This is a question you've kind of addressed it, but this is taking it one step further. Okay, so how does the leadership team and or doctor keep boundaries between, you want the leadership team and the staff to be friends, but you have to keep that boundary between friendship versus expectations and accountability within the practice?
So just to recap, you mean between the doctor and the leadership team and the rest of the team?
Both, like the doctor and say the doctor and the leadership team, the doctor and the team, and then also the leadership team and the team. And even, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty straightforward, I think. Like the doctor and the rest of the team, there always has to be a professional relationship. Like friends, friendly, sure. But like telling all my darkest secrets, no. Like you need to have a professional relationship, a professional, friendly relationship. Again, you're looking at it from the perspective of a leader, of a coach, not best friends. Like I'm trying to develop the best I can. Like if you can grow a person, that builds loyalty and trust. If you can make them a better person, not just in the office, but in their personal life, you can just grow that person. They will be loyal, and they will also be far more productive as a team member, right? So the doctor's real goal with the leadership team is to, I think, invest in the leadership team more than anything. So when I talk about 5-15-80, I talk about where do you put your energy as the owner now? Like you put it in the top 10, the middle 80, the bottom 10. You're not going to grow the bottom 10. They're pretty well hopeless. You will get the most result from the top 10. Well, they're already top 10 performers. So could you get, yes, the top 10 people will keep growing because they have shown that they can grow, right? Whereas the middle 80, it just depends on which of the two poles is pulling harder. So if you're putting the energy in growing the top 10, the 80 will grow to that direction, right? Your whole team will level up. So my role as the doctor is to put my energy into my team leads, to grow my team leads, to make them, like if I'm doing personal development stuff, if I'm taking a specific program, if I come across something inspirational, I read a book I really like, I find something that's helpful for me as a leader, I share it with them. And I try to grow them. Then their role is to grow the rest of the team. We use the tools that they've been given to do the same with the rest of the team. From a relationship perspective, I want everyone to be friends. And I don't think there has to be a huge demarcation between the leadership team and the rest of the team in terms of like how they associate with each other. There's no, in fact, I would argue against it. You don't want the leadership team to have this like, we're the leadership team. Like, no, you're just, yesterday you were the same as me and technically you still are. Right? That's why I say they don't touch HR stuff, because it tends to create that manager's sort of sense about them, and you don't want that. The leadership team is, like I talk about it when you introduce it as kind of like as a relay, let's say, like everyone on the hygiene team as an example could be the team lead. Today you have the baton. And in the offices that ask this question frequently, well, I have like two people who kind of should be the leader, and then but I got this one new person who's like really awesome, and I think they do a better job. You know what? Here's what you do. Everyone gets it for 90 days, and you rotate it. Every 90 days, we have a new team lead. What's going to end up happening is the people who don't want to do it won't do it. The person who's really good at it and wants to do it will keep doing it, and you'll shake it out, and it'll be just like that. It's like, to this day, the person who took on the morning huddle in the office 10 years ago is still doing the morning huddle. But we used to rotate it, the whole team. Right? Then it settled after a few months on one person, and that same person is still doing it. Okay? So like that's how I would say you'd handle that. And so again, no demarcation between leadership team or otherwise. Your job is to gather statistics, is to facilitate training, to diagnose systems, to be a voice for your sort of group, let's say, your department within the team, to make sure that stuff happens, because it's hard to assemble the whole office, right? It's too expensive. It takes time. We're only doing it once a month. Sometimes things week to week need to change. So that's where it's useful. But again, demarcation-wise, no. Doctor and rest of team, yes. Again, professional, friendly relationship, but not like you're not trying to be like everybody else because you're not. You're the employer. That's never going to happen. Psychologically, there's a line there that people just have. You know, and it's weird if you cross it. Like, or you're going to have a mess of a team, basically. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.